Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Geri O'Toole from Geri Designs, and this is our second video where we're going to take you through one of our projects that we've just finished, and I am so excited to share all the lovely interior details with you. So come on. In this beautiful little porch, this house was an old schoolhouse actually, and the clients really wanted some interesting features and some kind of more classical features. So in this room we did this beautiful mural wallpaper, and it has a little bit of heat coming through in some of the pattern, and it's from a beautiful brand called Ixel, and they're based over in London, and they do these amazing murals. So I am still waiting for one piece to finish this space, which is a really special stool we're getting bespoke made. It's in this amazing green fabric, which is going to pull out the green in the leaves, and it has like a rope edge finish on the legs of the stool. So I'm so excited to get that piece in. It should be in the next couple of weeks, but I wanted to show you the details that were here already. So we have the lovely brass lighting, and this will be perfect just as you walk in the entrance over a lovely upholstered bench. And then we have this beautiful brass light fitting on the ceiling as well. So it really kind of warms up the bluey green that's on the wall, because bluey green can feel a little bit dark and cold. So having those brass elements really warms it up. Welcome to the kitchen. This is one of my favorite spaces in this project. It is a beautiful kind of in-frame kitchen, and we've painted it in this gorgeous blue. And much like I mentioned in the porch, this is a darker space because it's an older house and the walls are deeper, but actually by putting in warm tones to offset the coolness of the blue, it really cozies it up. So what we did here was we added these lovely beams on the ceiling, and that gives it a really cozy feeling on what we call the fifth wall. One of the stars of the show of this kitchen is this beautiful marble we selected for the space. This is called oyster white marble, and I just love the charcoal kind of veining coming through. It almost has a greeny beige, and I just think it complements the kitchen so well, because you get the brightness of the white in the marble, but then you've plenty of veining and pattern to make it nice and visually interesting and to warm it up. So delighted with that choice. And what we did is we made a really thick, interesting edge on it, and I absolutely love bringing in some of these classical details mixed with contemporary, especially because I just think it makes it that bit more visually interesting. And then you'll notice on the backsplash here, what I did was I added an open shelf. So we did the same oyster white marble, but what I did was I actually curved it at the end and returned it into the wall. So that kind of softens it a little bit, because this elevation isn't like a huge wall. So I think by having those little details, it just softens the look of it a little. The other thing I wanted to point out in the kitchen space is I brought the upstand up, and I added this molded detail of a trim of the marble. So that's sitting out proud of the actual upstand. So it really frames it out nicely. And what I decided to do was add more texture by adding this lovely white zellige tile. So this has its own kind of variation of color in it. And I just think with that little slight bluey undertone, it works really well with the kitchen. So I love how those two just bring so much visual interest in this focal point of the whole space. And then what we did was we added a brass rail, so you could hang pots or spoons or, you know, little bits and pieces, and it also looks really nice decoratively. The other thing just to mention here is with marble, it can stain. So we usually seal it when it's installed. But what I like to do for my clients is always make sure they get a piece of the marble cut as like a chopping block that always stays on the island. So this is a really clever way to use this for all of your day-to-day chopping and to save your stone a little bit. Then we just have some nice accessories up on the shelving, and obviously these pretty lights that drop down and really highlight the marble. That's another thing in here. We had to work harder with the lighting in here because it is actually naturally a darker space in the home. So I'll show you some of the other details of how I lit the space that you'll see at the other end of the room, because we've a heavy stone wall there. Okay. The coffee station. This is great because I wanted it to feel like a big part of the room when it was open. And also it's lovely to just close it if you want to close down the kitchen at night and have it more visually tidy, or if you have a dinner party or something. But we have the lovely oak internals, which works really well with the oak plank floor, and coffee machine, backlit, and then we did the matching worktop to tie in with the island. And these are Martin knobs, which have that lovely little detail in them. The other thing about this pocket door unit is, and you'll notice this along the kitchen, we did these really, really, really long bar handles, which are, I think they just really make the long run look more interesting by having something this size. And actually, if you want to come around here, I did also add a little bar handle at the end just for tea towels and day-to-day use. So it's a nice, clever spot for hanging your tea towel as well. In this part of the kitchen, obviously because we had that zeliage textured tile on the wall, I needed to figure out a way to trim it at the end around the door opening. And something I decided to do to tie it in with the rest of the kitchen is this little slim marble architrave, and I ran the tile in flush with that. And it's just a nice nod to the kitchen, and it finishes this area nicely. In this area of the kitchen, we added a lovely dining table, but instead of doing stools on the island, we actually dropped down like a banquette to sit at the back of the island, and we upholstered it in this beautiful pattern fabric. I will link some of the fabrics below in the caption just so you can look them up, but this one is really pretty and it works with the color scheme so well. And we did a dining table that has like a whitewash on it, and then these rattan dining chairs just to finish it off. Now we're in the living section in the open plan kitchen space, and we have this lovely uplighter in rattan, again to bring in some warmth and texture, but also most notably behind me there is this stone wall. So this is a local stone to the area, it's called the scanner stone. So we decided to reinstall it. I think it was here originally in the schoolhouse. But what's important with a stone like that is it is quite dark. So what we did was we hid some lighting in behind the beam so that we could light up the wall and really highlight the texture of it and warm it up. And also this client will use this house with extended family, so she wanted a lot of seating in here. So what we did was a big L-shaped sofa that they could all gather around. We went for an extra deep sofa, so it's really comfortable and you can throw your legs up on it. And what we did was some bespoke cushions. So again, sticking with the color scheme of the space, we brought in the kind of brownie tone as a contrast piping. That's picked up in this fabric too. And then this beautiful fabric as well picks up obviously on the lovely blue in the kitchen. So they work quite well. Every designer I know loves bespoke cushions. We get really excited about cushions, we can't help it. So the other thing in here, the most important thing, especially with an open plan living area, is having rugs to zone the space. So we did an extra large rug here, and we did it in this sisal material and bound it in a cotton kind of taupey border. And this is really hard wearing, but also a large area rug, especially in an open plan space, can really zone it and make it feel cozier. Over here behind me, what I've hung on the wall, it's an antique piece, and I love buying antiques. It's like a hobby of mine. I just love adding in antiques and unusual pieces into my interiors. This one is a Japanese Kutani porcelain charger, and I just love hanging kind of unique pieces or different pieces on the wall that have a little bit of a story behind them. So that's that lovely piece there. And then just to talk through the fireplace very quickly, we've done a bioethanol fire, a herringbone brick in the back, and a lovely porcelain frame mantle around it. And then behind me is like a little reading chair. This room is the lounge room, and we did these kind of pink arched bookcases. We also did these handles that we ordered in England. They're lucite and brass, so I think they kind of bring a little bit of a fun element. The other special thing in here is the rug. The rug is absolutely incredible. It's by the rug company, and it's the real centerpiece of the room. You can see the pink coming through, so we picked up that soft, warm pink, and we color drenched the room in it. So we did the woodwork, we did the bookcases, we did the ceiling, and we did some paneling, which I'll show you in a second. And also in this room, the client got this lovely sculpture that was made by a local sculptor. It's limestone and Connemara marble, which is also our Irish marble, and it's a beautiful piece in the room, and especially because we're in a seaside location, I think it's perfect. So this room they're going to use as kind of a relaxed living room. So they have the TV in here, and I'll show you the mural wallpaper we did in a second, but basically we pulled in the black from the mural onto this original piece of art. Also, we did just some backlighting on the shelves. This is a really bright room, so you can't really see the lighting much at the moment, but it's lovely at night time. And then I'd also love to show you the sofa, because the sofa is a bespoke piece we made, and we did this curve on it and this really pretty green fabric. But also you'll notice at the very bottom, we did this border detail down here. So it also picks up on the green and just finishes the sofa really beautifully. And if you look over to this side, you'll actually see the lovely mural in the black and white, which is really pretty on this wall. Welcome to the laundry room. Come on in. So in here, we went for a really contrasting color on the utility cabinets, and it's kind of like a brown undertone, so it warms it up a little bit. And we did this lovely limestone floor. And in here, there's basically everything you need for storage. So somewhere for the Hoover, somewhere for your ironing board. And something nice here is we did a little hidden bit of storage, which is quite clever because you can put all your shoes in there. So that's a lovely little detail. And over here, there is the washing machines. So underneath we have little baskets, and there's also these little pullouts so you can put your basket on and load and unload the laundry. In here is all of like a shelving unit for all of your cleaning bits and pieces. And over here we did like a little rail, so when you iron a shirt you can hang it up. And we did this beautiful marble called Cafe Amero, and it has these lovely chocolatey browns and white veining and black, so I absolutely love that. It really complements the colour we did on the cabinetry, and I love that kind of contrast between the floor and the cabinets too. Over here we did these cute little egg series artworks, and I picked those up at an auction, and I think they're really sweet in this space. Welcome to one of the guest bedrooms downstairs. In here we did a lovely soft blue on the walls, and for the headboard we did like a soft kind of green, and we did these antique Meiji period watercolors depicting birds. They're Japanese, they're really pretty, and they pick up on the blue on the walls, so I love those there. We did some bespoke cushions on the bed, and then we brought in more blue with a little touch on the throw, and then a nice generous throw with texture over the end of the bed. We also did these little wall lights either side, and a horizontal striped curtain that brings in the texture. The rug has a lovely bit of pattern on it too, and brings in a lot of texture. And then we've this cute little reading chair in the corner of the room, again bringing in the colour with the throw cushion. And then we did the woodwork the same colour as the walls, so that's that nice blue. And with the wardrobes we did kind of more of like a beigey mushroomy colour so that they tie in with the curtains. And then for like the little dressing chest we have a cute little mirror, and I love these little tassels that we added to the knobs. It's a cute little detail. This is the family bathroom. So we did a bespoke unit, and we put like a textured wallpaper in there and these cute little antique style knobs. And what we did is a really nice pink pattern floor, which is like a pink marble mixed with a black marble. And then we did pink marble on the vanity unit and the wall mounted taps. And then we have some cute little fresh pink flowers, and it's a lovely little family bathroom. Then in the pink bathroom, we added a textured Roman blind that really lifts out the pink that's in the floor. And on the tile, what I did was I created a pattern with basically a plain tile by leaving a gap in between. So it creates almost this striped effect on the wall, which is quite fun and easy to achieve. And then around the actual WC area, we just joined up the tiles so it's nice and clean. In this bedroom, it's the main principal suite of the house. So we made a bespoke bed for the client, and we did this lovely kind of warm wood, and we did this nice inky kind of velvet headboard, and then we did marble tops that pull in that inky color of the fabric. They're called camouflage marble, which I love. And then there's little side tables underneath to store away your phone or whatever at night. And above the bed then we did some wall lights in brass, and we did some artwork that pulls in the red kind of tones. There's an undertone of red in this wood, and we've continued that undertone into the bathroom. So we brought in some of those elements with the artwork, and you'll see more the other side of the room in a second. So now we are at the curtains, and just picking up on the color of the headboard, I added this braid to the curtain edge, and we did this really nice textured linen, which has a lovely weight to the fabric. And I love that simple pinch pleat at the top, just it's kind of easy and it hangs nicely. What also is nice here is this is the client's own artwork, and it's perfect for here because it brings in all of those red tones and also those inky blues. So it's literally the whole color scheme here in a piece of art. I love when that works out. And now I'll show you the bathroom area. This is the primary bathroom. So I picked out a tile that I loved, which is, surprise, surprise, a marble tile. And it has this really warm kind of earthy brown coming through, mixed in with the grey and white. And it just brings continuity from what we did in the primary bedroom. Now, just to talk through the detail on the vanity, you can see the handles on it have like two-tone wood and brass, and we custom made it for the client and designed it. And we have a lovely reeded detail on the top, and also there's almost like a warm red undertone to the wood, and I think that ties in so well with the color scheme in the primary bedroom. Then what we did was these wall sconces from Visual Comfort, and they're in like this antique gold, so they're really beautiful. And I love adding some different edging to worktops on vanities or kitchens because I think it elevates the whole look. So I did kind of like a step detail on this marble worktop, and you can have a close up in a second of the marble that I chose. But it's hard when you're combining lots of different stones because they all need to work together, especially in a smaller space like this. But I found a marble that has this really nice rusty red through it, rusty orange I should say, and it really picks up nicely with the floor. The other thing is in here for the checkerboard floor, I decided to mix two materials. So I did a lovely kind of warm colored limestone, and then I did the lighter marble. So it just gives that little bit of interest and pattern, and it ties in with the overall scheme. The other thing to mention over here is these lovely Aquadomo push plates in bronze. They're a really nice finish, so I love those. And then also the blind picks up on the color scheme as well, and it just brings a lovely texture and a finish to the window. And then in here, because we have all of that white coming through in the marble, I went for like this earthy color on the architrave and the door, which I think contrasts nicely against the white in the marble. This room has like a dusky pink textured wallpaper on the walls. And we did this lovely scallop edge, light fitting on the ceiling. And then we did cushions that have some seashells on them because we're at the sea. And this pretty headboard that has a little bit of pattern too. Little side lamps, and the side tables are, they're painted in like this earthy green, so that works well with the greens. And I'll show you the rest of the room now. Over here, the client just wanted some storage in the corner. So we did the lucite and brass handles, and then we did like two-tone on the wardrobe doors. So we did this kind of warm brown oak, and then we used some of the wallpaper that we had on the walls within the panels. And over here, I want to show you the curtains, and we did like a little reading corner. So we're waiting on a floor lamp to come so you can kind of light that up at night. We did a bespoke footstool that kind of pulls in the color scheme of the room again. And we did some antique artwork, nice kind of landscape. And then on the curtains, what we did was two-tone them. So we did the warmer color below the nice crisp white linen above, and we did this lovely trim in the center that pulls in the color scheme. This is the kids' bedroom, so when they're over, they'll stay in this room, and we did this router detail with the recessed handles in the wardrobes and painted them in this color called James from Little Green, and then we did a very soft pink on the walls. On the headboards, we did this almost arch detail at the top, and then we have some throw cushions and bedding that pull in the blue as well. What we also did here is we have this gorgeous lamp, and it has this blue on it that's going to sit on the center side table, but it just didn't come in time for this video. It'll probably arrive tomorrow. We'll show it to you again. It's really lovely. And what I did on the wall in between the two headboards is I added a lovely antique mirror, again, that I got in auction, and I just thought the shape worked really well with the two headboards. And then we've a little wireless lamp for now with the brass top, and I love the detail. It's concave side table that literally sits in between both beds, so we only needed the one. Over the other side, there is just a nice little dressing table area with the woven chair, little mirror, and on the blinds as well, we have the blue and pink picked up. In this bathroom, we did a bespoke vanity, and we have the warmer tone coming through on this marble. I love this marble, and we did that soft edge on it. And then these fun lights with the mirror. In this bathroom, we did two-tone tiles. So we did the white square above, and then we did this stacked almost tealy color underneath just to open it out. This room isn't the brightest, so if we did the darker tile throughout, it could have felt quite heavy. So I like breaking it up like that. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed this home tour. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more video tours of the homes we're designing. We hope to do another one very soon, maybe next week. And the other thing I wanted to mention to you before I sign off is I have an interior design course, and I launched it probably 3 weeks ago. The link is on my Instagram page, Geri_designs, and I'm also going to leave it in the show notes here. It's a brilliant community, and it's for beginners, anyone who's passionate about interior design, or if they want to design their own home, it's perfect for you. I hope to see you in there, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks, bye.